In this video here, we're going to take a look at the role of deep research models. So all the new large language model, chat interface and so on that are starting to implement this feature that can do deep research is basically just a chain of thought where it breaks down the problem even more and basically does human reasoning or solve it in a logical approach. This is very important. We're going to see how we can do it. We're going to talk about it and also see a live demo where we can use it for doing research, analysis, and so on with ChatGPT. It's basically just going to iterate, give itself feedback, and have this iterative loop just as a human would if it's doing research, trying to do evaluations, create graphs, or basically just get to know a new area. So all the big guys out there, OpenAI, Gemini, Grok, Perplexity, and all that, they have their own research mode. We have a blog post covering it a bit more in details in this video here. We're going to talk about it and also see a real world demo where we're going to use the OpenAI's deep research and take a look at the results. So OpenAI, they have a deep research model. You can just toggle it on and off. It's going to just sit back. It will take a bit longer to get the responses compared to if you're not using it, but it will do more reasoning. It will think more about the problem or the task that you're giving it, do this chain of thought as it's known for. Google Gemini, they have the exact same thing. Perplexity have it. And also most of these models here, they're getting more and more tools available. It's more agents with tools. You've probably also heard about the MCP servers, which these agents and large language models will have access to. But deep research with access to the internet can go in and pull all different types of information, go to different websites, do the deep research, get back again. Basically just have a few agents that goes out and does research on the website here, gathers all the information and then generates a report or a response based on that. So that's why it's a huge advancement in AI, how people are working and so on with these deep research AI models. This is pretty cool. We can see some of the capabilities of the deep research models, generating reports, analytical capabilities, provide deep insights. Some of them can even go in and generate graphs for you, customization and collaboration, and just smarter searching. How you find information, how you gather it and boil it down. You can have it explained to you in specific ways, specific styles. Explain this to me as I was a kid. It's going to come up with very good analogies. It can do summarizations, maybe even going to generate more details on specific areas, and you can do follow-ups as well. So this has very huge implications, have a huge impact that you definitely need to test out. Here, for example, real-world applications across industries, investment and financial analysis, scientific research, exploration, just how you do research. If there's a new stock that you want to get some news on, or basically just do stock analysis, investment analysis, it's also very good at doing that. Product development insights, supporting policy decisions, and also automated legal research. Here we just have a comparison table of different models, OpenAI's deep research, Perplexity deep research, and also Gemini's. We can see some of the accuracies with the benchmark, technical differentiators, and also user experience and accessibility. But there's no better benchmark than testing out the models on your own, see how it works in your workflow and how it can improve you to become smarter, more efficient, and just do your work faster. So let's not just jump straight into ChatGPT and see an example. I want to do some research about computer vision. I want to do research about computer vision, generate a research report covering all the elements in a computer vision pipeline, all the way from dataset, training, inference, and building software systems around the models. So we get a bit more context here. You can probably make it even more detailed as well. The more context you provide it, the more information is gonna basically just use to do a very specific model or answer to your input. So now we're just talking on deep research. You can also go and do search if you just need to look up websites or something for some quick research. But if you want to do some deep research and they have this chain of thought, basically as a consultant or other human would do, that generates like a report or does research for you. Let's now just throw it in here. Let's take a look at how long it takes. It's gonna basically just go in and explain the different steps. So to tailor the research report and computer vision pipelines to your needs, can you please clarify a few things? What is your target audience? Are you focusing on specific application domain, different frameworks and so on? Let's maybe just go in and tell it to use Ultralytics. Do it with Ultralytics in mind. Rest is pretty open. I just want to be the best computer vision engineer. So you could go in and give it more context and so on. You might get better response or detailed report, but now it's basically going to do the research. It will show you the steps that it's taking, basically just step by step, how it gets the information, where it gets the information from, and the steps that it's doing. So it might take some time here. You can always come back, close the tab, come back once it's done generating the research report. Then we can take a look at it and see the results. So it's now done doing the research and deep research for us. So first of all here, we can see that it took 11 minutes, went through 27 sources. If you go over to the right here, we can actually follow it while it was generating the report and doing the research, step by step what it's doing. We can see it's reading a lot of different documentation from Ultralytics. We mainly wanted to focus on that. See all the sources, all the activity. So this is all the links that it went to some GitHub repositories, but mainly the Ultralytics documentation. So then we can see the research report that it's returning. So dataset preparation, data collection annotation, some different labeling tools that you can use, the YOLO data format. It can even go in and tell you about that as well. Model training, how you can train it. It gives you the training with the command line interface with the YOLO command, but also if you want to do it in Python. So it's basically just wrapping everything up, the configuration of the training parameters, batch size. It does a pretty good job of doing a small description. This is very easy if you just want to get started with a new framework with Ultralytics or whatever. It's basically just generating a whole summary, and this is all here. It's very in line, very easy to use. You can just go through it, and it's just pretty much a summary of the whole documentation. So this is how you can run inference with your own model, and also the source that you can throw into it. It even tells you what different sources that it takes as well. Inference with Python, real-time, and stream inference. Software integration and deployment, so packaging into application, so API and UI, a fast API or Flask around it. As a REST API, you do the prediction, get the response back, cover if deployment as well, export models to different formats if you want to do optimization frameworks and run even faster inference, integration and monitoring, versioning, best practices and tips. So this is a very detailed research report that is doing in this deep research mode. We're going to do follow-up questions or whatever, but this is pretty awesome. And this is a very cool use case. We specifically just showed here for Ultralytics, but you can use it for anything out there. This is a pretty cool tool. Definitely make sure that you go in and check it out. Hope to see you guys in one of the upcoming videos. Until then, happy learning.